Right. From there, let's start by setting ourselves up as we always do. So those feet are hip distance apart. I want you just to have a quick look down, check that they are parallel with the toes lined up. We're going to pick up the toes, spread them out and plant them back down. Just working up the body. As we're grounding the feet down, think about drawing everything in and up, all the way up to the crown of the head, reaching up to the ceiling. So we're drawing that lower belly back in towards the spine to create that nice core engagement right from the very start. The pelvic floor is drawing up towards that lower belly. Let's just do a couple of little shoulder rolls to settle those shoulder blades into place. So just start to focus on this part of your body. See how you're feeling here today. We're just going to allow those shoulder blades now just to fall down the back as though you're trying to tuck them into your back pockets. We're creating this lovely length through the neck and nice softness through the collarbone. From there, we're going to turn that head left and right a few times. See how we're feeling in the neck and the upper back muscles, gently mobilizing through that neck. And then we're going to bring the face back to center. Let's allow one ear to drop down towards one shoulder, so we're getting more of a stretch down the opposite side of the neck. We're going to take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to allow the head to roll down and around past that center point, all the way around until the other ear is over the other shoulder. Take a breath in here, and exhale as we allow that head to roll back around to the other side. So just start to really think about that stretch, traveling around back and sides of the neck. And one last one. Before we bring that head back up to center, we're going to place the fingertips on the hip bones, just tucking the thumbs round behind. Soften through those knees a little bit. Let's get a little bit of bounce through the knees. I want to go into a few little hip circles. Start to check in with how the body's feeling in this lower area, the lower back, the hips, the pelvis. So a few little gentle circles round and round. And then we're going to change that direction. We just want to see how we're feeling in this area. Okay, right, now find center. We're going to go into those pelvic tilts forwards and backwards. So when we tilt the pelvis forwards, we get this really deep curve of that lower spine, the bottom sticks out. As we tilt the pelvis backwards, that tailbone tucks under, the back flattens out. And I just want you to find both extremes that is comfortable for you. And then we're going to start to make that movement a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller until we find that point. We can't go any smaller. We've come to a stop and we've leveled out the pelvis. We've found our center, and we're going to bring the arms down by our sides. We're going to move on to a little bit of shoulder mobility now. So I want you to inhale as you sweep your arms up to the ceiling, and then exhale as we take them wide back and down. Inhaling up and exhaling back and down. And again, now we can just start assessing left from right shoulder. Also want to try and make sure that we're not allowing those ribs to flare forwards and out as we bring the arms up. We're trying to keep the space between that lowest rib and the hip bone the same throughout. Okay, next time we sweep the arms up, we're just going to place the hands behind the head. And I just like to run my thumbs down the back of my neck, keeping those elbows out to the side. We're going to do a little combo of lateral flexion into rotation for the spine. Let's take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to bend over towards the left. Get a nice stretch down the right side of the waist. Come back up to center, and then we're going to twist to the left. Coming back to center, we're going to repeat that same side. So bending over to the left, and up, and rotating to the left. Keep those elbows pointing outwards. Now, it's going to change it to the right. So we're going to bend over to the right. Inhale back up, exhale to the right. Inhale, exhale, exhale on that lateral flexion. couple of little roll downs. So take a nice big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to drop that chin. We're going to allow that head to tilt forwards and start to draw us down towards the floor. Let's keep that tummy drawn in. The arms are just going to dangle down towards the floor. When you're at that lowest point in the stretch, just start to think about the pressure in your feet. We want to try and make it even between the heel and the toe, between the left and right foot, and also between the inside and the outside of both feet. Take a breath in. On the exhale, scoop the belly in as we start to roll back up, rebuilding through that spine and allowing those shoulder blades just to settle softly down the back. Let's do that again. Inhaling and exhaling, rolling ourselves down. Imagine you've got a weight attached to the top of that crown of the head, drawing you down deeper and deeper towards the floor. Let's see if we can go a little bit deeper into this stretch, our second stretch. A couple of big deep breaths in and out to the bottom. Now on your next exhale, we're going to come up for the last time. Rebuilding, restacking all the way back up, allowing those shoulder blades to settle down. Final one. We're not going to be coming back up from this one. Big deep breath in and exhale as we round back down towards the floor. Now on this one, we're going to bend through the knees. Place the hands on the floor if you can, or lower shins, and then start to straighten out through the legs. Bend and straighten. Get a lovely stretch all the way down the back of the body, through those hamstrings, through those calves. Last one. And now we're going to bend and actually come all the way down to our mats. We're going to come sideways on. And we're going to just roll ourselves down. So let's do a nice transitional roll down to the floor, scooping that belly in, bone by bone, until the head and shoulders touch down. We're going to step the feet in a little bit close towards the bottom. Just have a little wriggle around, make sure you feel nice and even, left and right sides of the body. We're going to go straight into our 100. So arms do the same thing as always. We're pulsing those arms, nice strong arms, inhaling for 5 pulses, exhaling for 5 pulses. The legs I'm going to leave up to you. The different options are, I would say the level 1 would be keeping your feet on the floor. Level 2 would be bringing those legs into tabletop. Level 3 would be extending those legs straight. And level 4, 5, 6 would be lowering those legs down towards the floor, wherever you're able to maintain that imprinted spine. So I'm gonna stick with tabletop legs today, but I'll leave it up to you where you want to go. So let's get the legs into position, whichever option you're going for. We're going to take a breath in. As we exhale, pick up the head and shoulders, reach those fingertips forwards, and we're going to start to pulse those arms. Inhaling for 5 pulses and exhaling for 5 pulses. Try and relax through those shoulders. Just gently keep your gaze on your knees or your feet. Lower belly in towards the spine. We're nearly there. Last 2 breaths. Last breath in and out. We're going to hug those knees in, lower the head and shoulders down, and just gently rock side to side. We're going to go straight into some bent leg scissors. We're going to be supporting the head in the hands for this one. So when you're ready, we're going to bring the legs back to tabletop. We're going to lift the head and shoulders and just gently cradle the head in the hands. The right leg is going to stay in tabletop. We're going to hinge at the hips just to lower the left foot down to the floor. Let's take a breath in and exhale as we switch and switch, and inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. So this is a movement of the hip joint rather than the knee joint. We're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Place both feet down. Let's bring those head and shoulders down. Let's have a full body stretch. Let's stretch out those legs long. Let's take those arms overhead and just come back to the breath. Those arms up and over. Bend through those knees, bring those feet in towards the bottom. We're going to do some single leg stretch now. We're going to start by bringing the right knee in towards the chest. Now lifting the head and shoulders, we're going to place the left hand on the knee, the right hand on the ankle. Then we're going to extend the left leg straight. This is our starting position. We're going to inhale with a pulse and exhale with a pulse. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm going to go for 4, 3, try and keep those shoulder blades hovering, 2, and 1. I'm going to get you to hug both knees in, rest those head and shoulders down, and again just come back to gently rocking side to side. We're going to stick with single leg stretch, but I'm going to just change it slightly. We're going to be creating a little bit of resistance, pushing the knee into the hands. So we're going to be pushing the hands towards the knee, so we're trying to create that sort of block where nothing's moving, but we're getting that tension through the core. When you're ready, let's bring the head and shoulders off the floor. Place both hands on your left knee, and we're going to extend the right leg straight. So you're creating a bit of a barrier with your hand. You're trying to push the knee towards the hands, but you're pushing your hands towards the knee. We're going to inhale and exhale. So really create some tension there. Feel that work in the core. We're not going to do as many of these. Again, are those shoulder blades off the floor enough? Can you come up any higher? We're going to go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring your head and shoulders down. Bring the feet back down to the floor one at a time. We're going to reach those legs long, take those arms overhead and come into a full body stretch. That's a lot of work on the front of the core. Focus away a little bit from the core now, give that a little bit of a rest. We're going to move on to the hips and glutes with some clam work and then some side oblique work. So when you're ready, I'm going to get you to come over onto your sides. We're going to prop ourselves up on our forearm, that bottom forearm, and we're going to get these legs spent and stacked. So just look where that top knee is, it should be directly over that bottom knee. The feet again stacked and kind of in line with the back of your body. Hips are stacked and my shoulders are stacked. We're going to place that top hand on that top hip. Now, as much as this is for the hip and glutes, we're also working that shoulder girdle as well. So we want to try and keep this lovely strong triangle shape underneath the rib cage. As we get a bit tired, you might want to start to sink down. We start to lose the neck, the shoulder ends up by the ear. I want you to try and keep pressing down into that forearm. Okay, now we want to try not to let the top hip roll back on this one. Take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to float that top knee up, keeping the feet together, and then floating it back down. And again, draw that belly in as that knee floats up and down. rolling backwards. Got 2 more to go. And really drawing in with that lower belly. Last one before we add a little leg extension. So we're going to go straight into another set, but this time at the top part of the clam, we're going to extend that leg straight. We're going to bend, feet come back together, and we lower that top knee. So we lift, extend, bend, and lower. That's it. From there, we are going to come down onto our side so we can rest our head on that bottom arm. We're still sticking with top hip for this one. Checking with that center. Make sure we're not collapsing, not just relaxing into the mat. We're going to extend the top leg straight. Okay. As we lift it up again, just check you're not collapsing that waist downwards. We're going to go into some big circles, really working that full range of our hip joint. Let's inhale as we bring the leg forwards and exhale as we take it back. Inhaling and exhaling. Keeping the body as still and stable as possible. That movement, and then we're going to take it backwards, down, forwards, and up. That's it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to bend that knee, bring that knee down across. And give that hip, that glute a little bit of a rub. Rub away the pain, rub away the burn. Okay, we're going to go into a little bit of oblique work now, also a little bit of hip work. We're coming back, propping ourselves up on our bottom forearm. Now the bottom leg is going to stay bent, but it's going to be more in line with the body. Okay, rather than pointing forward. Top leg is going to be straight. We're going to do some hip lifts. So I want you to imagine you've got a cord attached to that top hip, pulling you directly up to the ceiling. Let's place that, take that top hand upwards. We're going to take a breath in and exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. That's it. Lift and lower. If you need to keep one hand down and just assist yourself with that top hand, that's absolutely fine. We're going to straighten out both legs. We're going to do a little bit of modified side teaser. So again, starting on that bottom forearm, the top arm is up to the ceiling. Take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to roll back onto one glute, lift both legs, and if we can extend that arm straight, excellent. And then just come back and roll back onto your side. So it's a scoot, a lift, and a straightening of that arm. And coming back in. So those legs are kind of being brought slightly forwards towards the front corner of your mat. As we lift, as they're just balancing on one glute. We're going to do 3 more. 3, 2, This last one, we're going to hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back down onto our sides. Right, we need to do that all on the other side. So going back to that clam, let's turn ourselves around. Let's get that set up. So bent legs, stacked, feet kind of in line with your bottom. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Lovely, strong triangle shape underneath the rib cage. Let's place that top hand on the hip. And as we exhale, we're going to float that top knee up. And inhale it down. So the toes to stay in contact with each other. And lift. Really squeezing into that side hip. One more before we add those extensions of that top leg. So let's go for another set of 8. We lift, we extend, we bend, and lower. Good. Just checking with the ribs, just checking with the shoulder blade. Make sure the core's still lovely and strong. Lost count, one for luck, just in case. And then from there, we're going to come all the way down to rest the head on the bottom hand. We're going to go into those big leg circles. So extending that top leg straight, pointing through, checking in with that lower waist. That's where we want to keep that slight lift. We're going to float that top leg up to the ceiling. We're going to circle it forwards, down, back, and up, trying to keep the body as stable as we can. Just working the whole range of that hip. Okay, we're going to reverse that circle. Let's take it backwards, down, forwards and up. And 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring that knee down across, give that hip a bit of a rub. Okay, we've got our hip lifts coming up now, so when you're ready, we're going to push ourselves up onto our forearm. As before, the bottom leg stays bent, but it's more in line with the body this time. Top leg is straight. Again, already nicely stacked. Now, top arm can either come up to the ceiling, or if you need a little bit of extra help, you can place that top hand on the floor. But draw that belly in. Let's take a breath. And exhale, lift those hips up and down. That's it. Think about that cord lifting the hips directly up and down. We're going to go for 6 more. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Reach those hips up. Straighten out both legs now to finish that sequence with those side teasers. So again, we're resting on that bottom forearm. The top arm is up to the ceiling. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, roll back onto one glute, lift both legs, straighten that arm if you can, and then come back down to that starting position. So it's a bit of a twist, bring those feet forwards, and then coming back down. This last one, we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and coming all the way back down onto our sides. From there, we're going to roll onto our fronts. Let's start with the hands just by our shoulders. We're going to use the hands to gently assist with the lift. We're not pushing, we're just taking a little bit of weight. Now I want you to think about drawing that belly button up as if you're trying to get it off your mat. So we've got that lovely strong core. Shoulder blades down your back. That back of that neck is staying nice and long. So when we lift the chest, we're not looking forwards, we're not turning our head to the side. We're just keeping your gaze on your mat. So big breath in. On the exhale, we're going to start to lift that chest off the floor. And inhale back down. Exhale as we lift. Ourselves all the way back down. So hopefully that's nicely warmed up that lower back. Now what I'd like us to do is bring those arms down by our sides. We're going to do the dart. So roll those shoulders back and down. We're going to start by keeping the feet down. We'll add in some leg lifts, but we're going to take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to lift the chest and the arms towards the ceiling, and then lower everything back down. Exhale as we lift. Inhale as we lower. So you've got a little bit of work on that mid back as well by lifting those arms up and down. On our next one, we're going to bring the right leg up as well. Next time, we're going to bring the left. Just alternating those legs. Then you can either continue with the alternating, or we can go for double leg lifts and lower. We're going to do 4 more. 4, 3, 1. Bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. We're going to sit ourselves back in a little child's pose. So really sink those hips backwards, reach those arms forward, gently sway those hips side to side. And then from there, we're going to come up onto all fours. I want you to position your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, and we're going to tuck the toes under. Okay, we're going to just do a little bear lift sequence. So shoulder blades nicely tucked down towards those back pockets. Take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to hover the knees off the floor an inch or 2 and lower. And we're going to go for 3 more. 3 and lower. 2 1. I'm going to be layering up this exercise. Next time, after we've done our little bear lift, so we lift our knees off the floor, we step back with the left foot, we step back with the right foot, we step it back in and down. Let's do that 3 more times. So we lift, step back, in and down. Last 2. Last 1. And knees come down. Now before we continue, just sit back, give those hands a little circle. That's quite a lot of weight bearing through those wrists, which is really important, but it can feel a little bit uncomfortable. So just circle those hands, and then we're going to come back onto all 4. So let's get that same position. So the next add-on is going to be leg lifts after we step back. So we go to our bear lift. We step it back. We step it back. We lift one leg off the floor and lower. Then the other one, can we point the toes and lower. Step in, and down. Okay, and again, we bear lift. Step back. Squeeze that glute as we lift and lower. Squeeze and lower. Step back, and down. 2 more times and we're done with the sequence. Lift, back, lift, and squeeze, in, and down. One last one. And come back down. Sit your hips back over your feet. Circle those hands. Release off those wrists. We are going to come back down to the floor, but on our backs this time. All the way down. We're going to do an exercise now that's a little bit more coordination. Still working that core. Dead box. So, keeping a neutral spine for this one if we can. Try and keep. We don't want to overextend, but if you are struggling and you feel like you need to imprint, I'm happy for you to imprint. That's why we push that back into the floor. But ideally, I want to try and do this one in neutral spine. We're going to float those arms up to the ceiling. Okay, just make sure those shoulder blades are still down the back. Let's get the right leg into tabletop, followed by the left. 2 options here. You can either keep your head and shoulders down, have any neck issues, or to make it a little bit more challenging, bring the head and shoulders off the floor. We're going to start with the left arm and right leg. So take a breath in. On the exhale, we're going to take them apart from each other. Inhale them back in, and then right arm, left leg. There's always one hand pointing up towards the ceiling. Body again, we're trying to keep that as stable as possible. We're going to go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees into the chest, lower the head and shoulders down, and we're just going to gently rock side to side. We're going to go back to a little bit of oblique work. This is going to be a little bit pendulum. And again, there is some different levels you can work at for this one. I would say level 1 would be feet on the floor, knees and feet together. Level 2 would be legs in tabletop. Again, knees and feet together. Level 3 would be extending those legs straight up towards the ceiling. Again, I'm going to have my legs in tabletop today. Whatever option you're going for, let's bring those arms into a T position. going to take a breath in. On the exhale, let the legs drop over towards the left. So the right hip is peeling up, the right shoulder blade is staying down on the floor. Take a breath in as we hold. Exhale as we draw those knees back up to center. And over to the other side. Feel that stretch running down through the waist. Hold as we inhale. Exhale as we draw ourselves back up. Let's continue. Start off on level 1, think I could do a little bit more. You can work your way up to level 2. If you're brave and you started on level 3 but it's become a bit too much, you can again always bring it back down. So we're having that little pause, 2 to 3 seconds long as we inhale. Spine for this one, and we want to roll ourselves all the way up to seated. That's it, ready for some roll-ups. Now with your legs, I don't mind if they're bent, straight, wide or narrow. Try different positions, see which you prefer. We're just going to do some half roll-ups. Let's throw those arms up. Rounding through that lower spine, we're hollowing out the belly as we come back halfway. You're going to hold as you inhale, and then exhale, really round through that spine to bring yourself back up to that tall spine. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Like a little bit more of a challenge, we're going to add in some arm raises. We still want to keep those heels anchored down on the floor. So you're going to find your half roll up position where you're going to hold it. You're going to float your right arm up overhead and bring it back down. You're going to float your left arm up overhead and bring it back down. Then we're going to see if we can do both arms. Only take them as far that you can keep those heels down. Float them back down before rolling all the way back up. And again. Those shoulder blades don't start creeping up the back as we get tired. We're going to go for one more. Try those double arms. Bringing ourselves all the way back up. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of rolling stuff now. So rolling like a ball, we're going to tuck those feet in close to us. We're going to hold onto those shins. Now we really want to find a lovely rounded spine on this one to get that nice smooth roll. I'm going to lift my heels off the floor, so I'm just balancing on my toes. Take a breath in. On the exhale, I'm going to start to roll back, find your roll, and then come back up to seated. That's it. Let's do that again. So round through the spine, roll, and come back up. All right, on your next one, we're going to see if we can balance when we come back up. So instead of placing the feet down, we're going to go for the roll and come into that little balance hold at the top. Let's go for 2 more. So the more rounded your spine is, the stronger we can keep that roundedness, the smoother that your roll is going to be. So we're going to move on to the seal now. We haven't done the seal for a little while. This time we take the knees a little bit wider. We're still holding on to those shins, but we're going to add some little taps of the feet. We're going to do 3 taps, roll, come back hopefully to a balance hold, 3 taps and roll. So lifting those feet off the floor, we're going to tap, 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 roll, come back up, balance, tap, 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 and roll. Now, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, you could add another 3 sets of taps when we're in the roll back position. Okay, that's why we want to have a nice smooth roll. So we've got that time. We want to control the time that we're in the roll, and it's not just a momentum. So we tap, 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 we roll, tap, 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 and roll. Last one. After the very last one, you're going to extend those legs straight. Okay, we're going to go back to some roll-ups now. We're going to go into some full roll-ups, but at the end of each one, we're going to be adding on another little exercise. So once we come out the first roll-up, we're going to come into spine stretch forwards. The next time we come out the roll-up, we're going to go into a spine twist, left and then right and then down. And then after the third roll up, we're going to come into the saw. Okay, so let's float the arms up to shoulder height. Scoop that belly in, take a breath in. Exhale as we round through that spine. Slowly rolling the body down towards the floor. Arms float up to the ceiling and overhead. Get that lovely full body stretch. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling. Then exhale as you lift your head, your shoulders. Forward. We're going to hold the ankles, the shins, the feet. Let's have a couple of breaths in and out. Let's come up to that lovely tall spine. And we're going to roll back down again. To the left. We're going to inhale back to center. Exhale to the right. Come back to center. Bring the arms and legs back to the front before we roll down again. After this next one, we're going to do the same, but we're going to come into the saw. Twist. We reach for that little turn. As the arms come forward, the legs into the saw. Couple of breaths and spine stretch forwards. And then coming back down again. Pull up, separate the arms and the feet into spine twist. Bring the arms and feet back, and last roll down. Into the saw to finish off and lead us very nicely into our final stretches. Where we're going to come down onto our sides. So I'm going to get you to lie yourself down all the way onto your side, resting your head on that bottom arm. The bottom leg is bent, your top leg, keep it straight and take it as far off the back of your mat as is comfortable for you. Then the top arm is going to float up and over the head. Now you can either close your eyes or just, I want you to concentrate on taking nice big deep breaths in and out. Feel free to move around gently in your stretches if you need to, if you want to find a better position or want to go a little bit deeper. Float that top arm up and over, and if it's comfortable, grab that top leg with the hand that was left behind. Let's come into a nice deep rotational stretch. Over onto the other side. Again, resting your head on your bottom arm, bottom leg bent, top leg is straight, and we take it as far off the back of our mats as we can before floating that top arm up and over the head, drawing that belly in. Gently push ourselves all the way up to seated, in a comfortable seated position for you. Still with that core engaged, crown of the head up to the ceiling. We're going to finish with a few shoulder rolls with our breaths, inhaling up and exhaling down. That's it, inhaling and exhaling. Last two. Last one. And well done.
Thank you, Jill. You made it.
You made it.